Great finds. I got in a whole bunch of World War II Army patches and Army Air Corps, including this patch, which the Germans dubbed Roosevelt's SS. Great finds. I got in a whole lot of World War II patches from both infantry as well as armored division and some ranking and meritus awards. Now, the first thing we want to look at is some of the sergeants, some of these ranking patches. That's technical. That T stands for technical. These are sergeants as well as corporal. Master Sergeant, a corporal. And you can see that they're all different. And what you want to look for is whether these are authentic period pieces. Were these made around the same time period? The best thing to do is, like, this is obviously a later made patch compared to this one. And how you would find out is you would put these both under black light, and because they didn't have synthetic material back then, this would be dull and this would shine bright, and you'd be able to date it from that particular thing. But that's how you show. Now, these particular patches aren't worth as much. They're still good. They're still pieces of history, but you can see we have the different ones and the different rankings with the different things. And then some of them are also some after. That's corporal and some bars. But these are still neat, especially if you have a family member that served and you want to preserve something. These are good things to have. There's also some bars here. These are meritus awards that you wore after the war. But the first thing I'd like to talk about is some of the armored division. Armored division. So this means armored division, obviously division of and they're kind of interesting because they take information and from different wars, like the cavalry and the infantry, and what this right here is the tank tracks. You can see right there. That's a cannon that wouldn't be associated with the tank, and then of course a red lightning bolt. This stood for the armed forces. This is the 4th Division. You can see the 4th Division. There was Name Enough was a nickname of this division. This division in World War II fought in the European theater, and they lost 230 men. Only one division lost more, and they only lost it by 1. This is 7th. This one looks after-made, and this is the 7th Division. It's the Lucky 7th. They were active in 42 through 45. The 8th Division is the Iron Snake. You see the same thing, Iron Snake there. The 9th Division was the Phantom. The Phantom. Of course, the 10th Division was known as the Tiger. This one looks older. You can see the difference in the threads and how it's made. But if you had someone who fought in that, those are cool pieces. We also have some Army Air Corps. Army Air Corps. Now, Army Air Corps, there was not an official Air Force back in World War II. You joined the Army and you could end up in an airplane. That's Army Air Corps there. This is the 1st Division, obviously. And the 3rd, you can see the red circle inside the star that usually signifies the Army Air Corps. These two divisions were stateside divisions. This particular one with the Tiger is a little more interesting because this division was based out of China. Now, if you look through history, you've probably heard of the John Birch Society. There was an actual person named John Birch, and he worked for the OSS, which was part of the CIA. And John Birch supplied information in regards to China, and around that time period, he was caught and he was executed. And I don't think he has anything to do with the society today, but that's a little piece of history there. Now, you also have infantry divisions, and there's all kinds of infantry divisions. Some of them are easy to identify, like this is of course, the 8th Division. These two would be the 9th Division. They also were a World War II division. These are mountain divisions. These are the 10th mounted divisions. These two pieces here. They also fought in World War II. The 100th Division, of course, is easy. This looks like the 83rd. I think this is the 83rd Division. We'll look at that in a second. The 75th. This one comes out of Ohio. There's the Ohio. This is where we are in Ohio right now. This 37th Infantry Division. Now, this one here is the more interesting one because this is the 30th Division. You see the triple X, Roman numerals. This particular division was known as Old Hickory during World War I in honor of the President Jackson. In World War II, the Germans called this particular division Roosevelt's SS. So they were fierce fighting. They fought over 200 days, and they were feared by the Germans. Now, this one is 2nd Corps patch. It's a lion and the eagle patch. This was the patch that General George S. Patton was in charge of. Now, we have different patches here. This one is a China, Burma, India theater patch. Now, this is called a Bullion Patch. You can see that that is hand-sewn. This is more for dress and blazer, but these patches go for a little bit more. They're a little more collectible. They were sewn on more, maybe for more of a dress. This, of course, is the 9th Corps. Some of them are easy to identify, and some of them are a little bit harder. But this is the 9th Corps of the United States Army. It started in 1940. Their motto was the Pride of the Pacific. This does look like an aftermarket one, but still a neat patch. Now, this particular patch is actually a post-war patch. This is U.S. Forces post-World War II Austrian operations. They were active between 1945 and 1955. So you have some of your infantry patches. Now, we did have to change one infantry patch. That was the 45th Infantry patch. And there was a reason for it. Yep, that symbol was stolen. We did use that patch. Of course, it meant something different back then, but we have had to change that patch. Now, I did find this one. This is one I did have trouble identifying. I'm not sure what this one is. There are a lot of blue and white ones. Now, the other thing I have, which I thought were pretty neat, were armbands. These look World War II. They are World War II armbands. This, obviously, two people you didn't probably want to see with these because this would mean this is the Red Cross one. The Army medics had more of a green one. I'm not sure where this one is, but I'm thinking it's a Red Cross or maybe a hospital patch. But you can see it's hand sewn, and these were armbands. They would have to be pinned on because Velcro wasn't invented yet. Military police, MP, they're in charge of keeping the peace with the soldiers. They can see the pin there. And this is something that you'd also want to put under black light. So today I went over a lot of these patches from World War II, showed you how to identify whether they're real or not. I want to thank John Tejan over in Lucas, Ohio. He is a historian. He's also an antique dealer, and he knows a lot about this stuff. And anytime I have a question, I call him. Anything you want to do with that, it's always good to find someone who has knowledge because then they can give you knowledge. Anyway, thanks to everyone. All the veterans, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment if I got something wrong, and I appreciate you watching today.